Hi everyone, I'm Miss Melanie.
And I'm Tish Love. How y'all doing?
We are BARTV,
Yes, we are.
Brilliant and Resilient Television.
Raising the bar high every day.
And today we would like to first and foremost give our condolences and respect to Nipsey Hussle,
His whole family.
his entire family,
Yes.
his mother, his amazing queen, his children, all his fans,
And
everyone, supporters, everyone whose life he has touched, whether it be directly or indirectly. We're wearing Nipsey Blue for you today.
Absolutely. Nipsey Blue, the marathon continues. And shout out to the whole West Coast, because I know if we feeling it over here, they feeling it. So.
Imagine. So I definitely wish that I could be there with you guys today, but you know, we do pre-record, so we are April 11th here in spirit with you, Nipsey.
Yep.
The marathon does continue,
Absolutely.
and if nothing else, he has definitely woken a whole nother movement
Yes.
that will continue after death.
I feel like so many seeds that he's planted in life are like already bearing fruit. You know, whatever he was trying to do, it is definitely coming to fruition. So this is
The
more
meeting
of a
with
stuff.
the police,
They still did it.
they did it. You know, the gangs that came together
Yep.
and made a peace treaty.
Yeah, a lot.
So
of
a
things.
lot is happening, and that's just what we've seen on social media. So we
Right.
could only imagine what's going on behind the scenes and coming out. And I definitely want to say I am a full supporter, and I am definitely against anyone that is not supporting or respecting the movement, because
Absolutely.
it is something we need everywhere.
Oh,
With that
so
said, we have dedicated this show in honor of Nipsey, and today we have a few brilliant and resilient guests. We do have
Yes, we do.
SunShine Williams, Holiday Williams, so Sunny Money Queens,
I'm
and
excited about that.
Mr. Williams we'll call. And then we also have Young Swag and
Hey.
Yellow Zoo coming out here to do their thing. They have a, what do you call it? A feature. And then we have Jay Alexander from
Yes.
FUBU. He
For
is
us, by
definitely
us.
for us, by us.
Did you wear FUBU? Because I
I
definitely
wore FUBU. I wore FUBU, and I think it's very brilliant, and it shows resilience in their brand, because
After all these years.
they were founded in '92, and now here we are in 2019.
And
They
they
have
relaunching.
relaunched. They got FUBU Eyes, and they got FUBU the collection, and they are in Century 21 stores. I don't know if it's across America, but
So
it's
we're
here in
gonna
New
find
York.
out, right?
We're
So
gonna
we're gonna
find
find
out.
out.
So he is here also. So we got 3 nice interviews coming. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more messages from our sponsors.
Grinding, grinding, grinding. I'ma keep grinding. Climbing, climbing, climbing. I'ma keep climbing. Rising, rising, rising. I'ma keep rising. Born to shine. Born to shine. Grinding, grinding, grinding. Even though I was down, I made it now. Climbing, climbing, climbing. I am a queen, I hold the crown. Flying, flying, flying. Living my dreams and holding it down. Born to shine. After everything that I've been through, said I could do it again, true. Putting in work each and every day. Now I'm a boss and I'm running things. Ain't come to play, I come to slay. Started from the bottom, now I'm changing the game. I'ma keep rising with a brand new day. And now it's born to shine.
Welcome back. You're watching BARTV on the Urban Music Report channel. We have our lovely guests,
In the house.
Mr. and Mrs. Williams,
Right. Yes, thank you.
Pleasure to be
aka
here.
SunShine, Sunny Money Queens, and Holiday Williams.
Excellent.
look fabulous.
Yes.
Yes.
Likewise,
The whole
thank you.
package.
too. I'm
The
loving
whole
this.
package.
I love this.
Thank you.
Yes.
Got
You
that
know,
good
that's-
Nipsey Blue on.
That
right.
Nipsey Blue.
That
yes.
Nipsey
Right.
Blue,
That's
and
right.
even though we are pre-recorded, it's April 11th, and today is Nipsey Blue's funeral, so we are rocking Nip Blue in honor of you.
Absolutely.
That's
And sending
right.
respect.
R.I.P.
Yes.
to the king.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So with that said, would you guys be able to or willing to add either a memory or something that you are going to keep with you about Nipsey?
Keeping the marathon continuing.
Yeah, how can
As they
you keep the marathon going? Because you guys really are doing a whole lot.
Right.
I'm gonna let him answer that, especially because I see a reflection of my king when I see Nipsey.
Right.
So that, you know, first and foremost, rest in peace, and my condolences to his family and to Lauren London.
Amen.
But when I see my king, I do see a reflection because I see a community leader, an activist, and
Right.
I'm just going to pass it to him because I want him to say what he needs to say, and I'll give you my thoughts after.
Okay.
Right.
I think it's important we have the music to always hear him and remember him through, but what's important is what he stood for.
Right.
Those are the things that we should carry with us, and those are the things we should try to carry on, those principles and the things that ultimately he prioritized and will be his legacy far beyond the music. Those are the things that we have to keep with us.
Right.
And he should stand as an example of, as a black man or as a man, period, of certain things that we should embody.
Absolutely.
Right.
Definitely.
The togetherness, the
Yes.
ownership, everything that he was like really
He stood for the culture and
doing,
for his,
absolutely.
I mean,
For the
just the fact that
community.
he
The
died
community,
right
yeah.
in the community that he's came from, and he was rebuilding and pouring his life back into that community. I'm just not even gonna go there, but
Yeah.
you know, let us not deter from pouring back into our communities just because, unfortunately,
Right.
I'm just not gonna go into
That's
this.
so important.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause
Back
it can
to
be a
this.
deterrent.
We do, everyone, I seen a meme they shared, a lot of people are sharing it. There's a lot of Nipseys in our own communities, so
That don't get supported.
that don't
Right.
get supported or given. Nobody really knows what's going on until they see or hear about it on social media. And you know, when it comes to activism and community work, a lot of us don't put things out there on social media because it's not to brag or
Correct.
boast, because we're here to be a blessing unto others. So I get that.
Right.
But with on BARTV now, we do like to highlight these things. So I do know that you guys have a whole lot going on as a unit as well as both individually. And I just kind of would like for you to start off and let them know exactly who you are, what you do, and what you have going on.
You can brag a little
First
bit.
and
Brag,
foremost,
please.
let me say this. I saw that meme as well, and it sounded cool, but there aren't a lot of Nipseys in our community.
You're
And-
right.
And what I mean by that is that man embodied so many different great principles that you might see some of these things
One.
in
In
people,
some people, or
but
two. Right.
it's very rare you find somebody that has all of these qualities.
All.
And to say that it's common would be to take away from his greatness. So I'm gonna say that
You're
first.
right. That's true.
Bars
Sorry.
on Bar TV.
Right.
And okay, secondly, if I have to tell you,
Yes.
because I'm
He's very, he doesn't like to talk about
He's
Don't
modest.
be
Right.
modest.
You have
No,
to,
this
but
is
he
where
has to, you have
this
to
is
talk.
where
have
you do
to.
it.
I'm getting him out of his shell.
Let's get out. You know what? Because there may be someone watching this
That needs
one
the
day that
motivation,
needs to
inspiration.
hear
Right.
what you're doing to encourage themselves to probably either mimic
Right.
the formula or, you know, go towards you, reach out, and they may grab you for something else. So let's go.
okay. Well, for starters, I'm an entrepreneur. I currently have several thriving businesses. We have a string of homeless facilities. I have a car dealership, a body shop. I have a real estate investment company, and my most important or dearest to my heart is IIU, which is a business I started. IIU stands for Investing in Us,
Yeah.
where we invest in minority-owned businesses and sponsor children from inner cities to study abroad so they can learn different cultures and different things. And also, we are starting to invest in community programs and sponsor events that will help build the community. So
Right.
Wow.
that's what I'm
Right.
into.
But he's not Nipsey. His name is Holiday.
Right.
Holiday Williams. Hello. AKA like Daddy Warbucks here. You know.
That's his nickname. That's crazy.
Right. So, you know, he's definitely doing some amazing things. And you just skip through everything. So I'm going to go back to where I want to target the shelters. You said plurally. So how many shelters do you have and
We
where?
currently have 3.
Yeah.
We've been in the business since 2011.
Nice.
And are they geared towards children, families, men, women, incarceration? Like, what is
They're
it
geared
for?
towards formerly incarcerated men and women
Yeah.
and single individuals, because we tend to focus on, in the shelter industry, everybody focuses on family.
Families.
Right.
Right.
And the thing is,
There's
a
a lot
single
of
man
singles.
or woman that's coming out of the system needs to integrate back into society.
Right.
Also, even if that's not your plight or your situation, you have to work on yourself to be better for someone else. to have the appropriate family structure.
Right.
So these are the tools that we want to help them with so that they can better themselves and then ultimately be better for someone else and for society and be
Absolutely.
a functional contributing factor.
No,
Okay,
that's
so
just saying, you're right.
you're mind shifting the culture with
Right.
what you're doing, and
Right.
I love it. I love it. I'm not gonna go too deep into
Right,
that.
right.
You know, I'm a little excited here. I'm like, woo, this is like my lane right here. But now we have your beautiful queen, who I
Thank
also
you.
know.
Amazing.
Amazing.
No,
like
she
I love
knows
her.
you. She-
No, I know her. That's my sisters. Like that's my sisters. Like first, let me just say, if you guys haven't watched the episode with the real Aisha Hall,
Right.
make sure you guys check it out, BARTVshow.com. And we had Aisha Hall on the show, and at that time, I didn't understand the whole dynamics to how everybody was connected. But after we aired the interview, I started doing my little homework, and I ended up on her page and Pink Panther Clique. Shout out to the Pink Panther Clique.
Yes.
And it's an amazing movement. I'll let you tell
amazing.
it.
Thank
Tell
you.
all about
Thank
it.
you.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm Sunshine. Y'all call me Sunny Money.
Sunny
Okay,
Money,
Sunny
Money,
Queen.
yes.
I'm a serial entrepreneur as well.
Yes.
Public speaker, instructor. I'm in the schools every Wednesday speaking to the youth with a book that I created while being in federal prison, a curriculum based on lifestyle gems. You know, when we growing up, we don't know anything about how to forgive people when they annoy us. We don't know about how to get over heartbreak. We don't know how to overcome depression. We don't know how to save money so money can save us. We don't know how to go after our own bag and realize that that's what we need to focus on us until the focus is on us. We don't know how to not compromise our self-worth for network.
Right?
Okay, we put ourselves out there. So
I need
those
this book.
lifestyle, and I got it over there.
I have a copy. I have a copy. She came with a gift bag. I got my own copy.
There you go. Yes, lifestyle gems. We lack that in the community. We lack that in our house. We lack that because our parents are out there working and grinding and getting that 9-to-5 money.
Right.
You know, so where is mommy teaching me? Listen now, I need you to forgive the girl that done put her hands on you. I need y'all to sit down and have some type of dialogue so you can forgive her. Instead, you're growing up, you're being angry, you're mad, you're not figuring it out. So the lifestyle gyms are implemented into a curriculum, 8-week session, where I just have an intense back and forth dialogue with the kids between ages 13 and 17. So that's what I'm really focusing on right now, the youth and financial literacy. So with the homeless facilities that we have, one of the first things that I do with the men and women is I have to teach them how to the credit. You know, you got to understand the basis of what's needed and the requirements for you to get into housing. So now, you know, felons are now allowed to go, you know, to reside in housing.
Okay.
Back then, you couldn't do that. So I had to create some type of financial structure where, okay, you can't get this apartment, but let's make sure that everything else is good.
Okay.
So we implemented the financial curriculum program into the homeless facilities so that when they go back out there, they don't repeat offend.
Right.
They have something to fall back on. You have your good credit. You have your OSHA certificates. You are taking your, what's the classes, one of the classes that we have?
Etiquette classes.
Etiquette classes. You know,
That's
you coming
so
home from prison, you
important.
talking like, yo, you're scaring people.
Right.
So, you know, it's a time and place to have that type of
everything.
dialogue. So, you know, we want to make sure you got your etiquette classes and just certain, again,
And that
gems.
itself is like
Yeah.
a gem because
Right.
People don't even think about it.
coming from a lower, you know, income community, minorities, upbringing, like you don't even hear the word etiquette.
Right.
You don't. That's not even a common word, unfortunately, in the urban community. So to hear that she's giving etiquette classes,
Yeah, etiquette
amazing.
classes,
Etiquette's
computer
important.
classes. We have in one of the facilities a recreational room set up to where they have the computer skills and things of that nature. And it's like, you know, so that when you get out there, you're equipped and you're ready. And we have phenomenal stories. I mean, it's serious. Like, the men and women are leaving
Inspiring.
and they are never coming back.
And that's so important
That's
because
feeding recidivism.
offenders because
Right.
they don't
Right.
have resources.
Never
and you
coming
guys
back.
are giving them resources, which
Showing
is
us their
phenomenal.
apartments and things of that nature. And we're like, wow, there is no buffer between after prison and trying to get your life in order. We create the buffer right in the middle. So you have enough time to get your life in order, get yourself, we suggest trades. We send them off to different types of schools with recommendations, and any referrals, anything. You want to do with some of the trades, plumbing, anything. Electrician. Right. We want to write off that referral. We want you to get that education because, again, we want you to be able to not only have good credit, understanding good credit, but we want you to also be able to pick up a trade so you can take care of
Have
yourself.
something under your belt.
You don't always have to work for anybody. We're entrepreneurs. We push the entrepreneurial agenda.
Right.
We want you to set yourself so that you can pay yourself. You know, so we push that agenda. That's just for the shelters in itself and the kids.
So many people out there trying to survive.
They're teaching hustlers how to be reformed and find other ways to still use their skills legally. That's amazing. Legally.
Same hustle, different ingredients.
Same hustle, different ingredients, product or service, that's all. But you can still be a boss legally without catching those cases now.
That's right. Exactly.
And we're going to teach you how. I love it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I want to get into how you guys met and how this whole
Where did the love story come from? Because this is a whole goal right here.
We're going to go to break really quickly to get some of our sponsors on, and we'll be right back with that story.
Thank you.
Stay connected at urbanmusicreport.com for the hottest music features and videos, fashion reports, sports stories, entertainment news, and technology updates at urbanmusicreport.com. Stay connected.
Welcome back to BARTV. We are here with the lovely Williams. We've been hearing about all of your good stuff. Now we want to hear about how you guys got together.
Give us that love story.
Yeah. You want to tell them?
See, she always put it on. Okay, since you want me to tell it,
I'll tell the.
She chased me for weeks. Now I'm just totally lie. I made that one up. No, truth is, it was local. We met.
We were local.
In South Jamaica, Queens.
South Jamaica, Queens. Farmers in Bedell.
I'm with a homeboy of mine.
Right.
And I pull up in the gas station to get some gas, and I'm on my phone. So while I'm on the phone, and this is a dude that I used to hang out with back in the days, and you know, we all got them friends that are just hounds. Like any female they see, they're out the passenger window of your car. So she must have pulled up behind us, but to go in the store, because you got the store here, and you got the gas station right there.
Right, connecting.
And so, pretty girl in the Benz, she's gonna garner attention. But I'm on the phone, so I didn't notice her. Normally, he noticed me. Anybody he sees, he took one look at her when she stepped out of the car, and he said, "No, that's you." He knew she was out of his league. He said, "That's you."
She was
So
out of your league.
So I'm on the phone, so I turn around and I look, because you know, he always talking crap. I don't pay no mind.
Right.
So I turn around and look, and I said, "I gotta call you back."
Right.
So then I go to talk to her, and nice flowing conversation, but she wasn't trying to give me her number. So I opened her door for her so she can get in, and I wasn't closing the door till you gave me a number.
Right.
That was good. That was good.
good.
He had you at that
So-
moment. We getting there. Go ahead.
I still didn't get her number. She gave me her chirp. Little did she know back then when you chirped, the number came through.
Right, I gave him my Nextel chirper, and I was like, you know.
So I waited, I held the number,
Chirp me.
and I waited
Yeah,
New Year's, and I
right,
called her.
but
wished
I
her
had
Happy
no
New Year's.
idea that the chirper would give you the telephone number.
Yes.
My little, I had a blind moment.
Right.
But I wasn't, so when he sent me a text message New Year's Eve and said, Happy New Year, I was like, who's this? And I think, what did you text back? This is Holiday. And I was like, Holiday? I was like,
Yeah, she said, because she told me if you get my number, I'll go out with you.
yeah, I did.
Not knowing that
And
you
she gave it to me.
I said, if you could get my
That
number, if you
was
could
a
get my
blonde
number,
moment. I love her even more.
we'll go out or whatever. And we did. We actually,
Actually, we met up and we talked.
yeah, we
The
talked.
first date, she took me out, which was different. I
I
never,
said I would take the deal,
because I still
right?
believe in chivalry, so I've never
Right. Yeah.
had a woman take me out before.
Yeah.
So that was different for me.
Right.
She said, I want to take you out.
Where'd y'all go?
Where do you want to go?
Was it
went
to the Shark Bar?
Nice.
Oh my gosh,
So
I
I
love
went to the
them.
Shark Bar, and then after that, took me out. Look, take him out one time, he take you out the next 7, right?
There you go.
So took me out again. We
We were
We
inseparable
courted.
after that.
We
Yeah.
definitely courted a lot of couples, and we definitely want to let people know when you're building with someone or you're meeting someone, it's important to get to know who you are dealing with.
Right.
You know, there are spiritually transmitted diseases, and a
Talk
lot of people don't
about
understand
it.
that.
And also, when you see great potential in somebody, don't
Right.
tarnish it.
Right.
Don't tarnish it.
Get to know 'em.
Go through the appropriate channels. It's like anything else in life.
Mm-hmm.
You can't skip the structure and expect those results.
Right.
So we courted, we dated, we got to know each other.
Yeah.
And
Right.
fast forward the tape, 12 years later, here we are.
12 years.
But you know when I knew it was special with him?
When?
We were sitting in my Benz. This is 2007, right? We were sitting on one of
Nobody's
his.
gonna believe this.
No, this is serious. We were sitting on his grandmother's block in the car, and I think we kissed. And I don't know what happened, but it started raining out. We didn't know
raining.
it was raining. But when we got out the car, the entire car was dry. It never got
It was
wet.
raining everywhere, and you know
The
what's so
whole
crazy?
Wow.
No, I'm
That's crazy.
So
I'm telling you like this.
that
do
creeped
you
me
get
out.
that? The
It was
rain
so
didn't
creepy.
touch them. They
It was
kissed,
so
and it was
creepy
like
that I went to the car in front of
created
us,
a bubble.
touched it, made sure it was wet, went to
Yep.
the car behind us,
Yep.
and the car on the other side of the street.
And I touched
They
the
were all
car. We
wet.
was looking at each other like, wait a
car
minute,
was
no
bone dry.
trees, nothing.
That's what I was
All
going to
around
say.
the car.
No,
Bone dry.
no trees. There was nothing blocking it. The
Wow.
water, we saw the rain coming down, but it did not
We saw
hit.
it raining.
And you
but
know,
it-
like,
the
and
windshield didn't even have rain
there
on
you
it.
go.
Because I
The
know what you
windshield
think.
never moved.
No.
You know, normally when your car, and the car was on. Normally,
It
if
will fill
water
up,
comes
yeah,
out,
it'll-
that's when I knew this was my soulmate.
Yes. That was your sign.
That was my sign at that
that's
moment.
beautiful.
I don't
Yeah.
have any signs like that.
Oh, they'll come. You'll be surprised. They'll come.
I didn't have neither
ties
before
to it.
that.
Listen, before that, I done had all kinds of messed up relationships at that
Right.
time. So it's like, wait a minute, no, this felt like the right one. And you know, his birthday was in September. My birthday was in September. He's 3 weeks older than me. It was like the universe made him first, and then 3 weeks made me right after.
Wow.
So it was like I was like, no, this is the one.
Yes.
Right.
This is the one. So
It's
12
looking
years
so
later,
good.
10 years married.
12 years later.
For a man, the sign is, for us, the thing is, men, they say women look to get married, men try to avoid it. We see it as the end.
Right.
When you don't see a life without that person, I'm a planner. Like, when I do something today, I think about the results. People who tend to not think of the results of their actions long term. It might be conducive to the current moment, but how does it affect your long term plans? Does it play into it or does it derail it? And that's what you got to look at in life. So when you look at a relationship, you say, I didn't see anything that I planned in the future without her being a part of it.
Okay.
I automatically, subconsciously implemented her in my plans.
Right.
And when you start
Right.
thinking like that, that's when you know.
Right.
That's
So I
somebody.
found out from you.
So was
Right.
it like both of you knew, or did one say it first and one say like we're together, or just happened?
It just happened.
It just
I think,
happened.
I think we were inseparable
Yeah, we was like,
When
yeah.
from like,
grew to that.
since the day we sat in the car and had a conversation. From
Right,
the first
it was
day,
Didn't
we were
separated.
inseparable.
Every
We
day
were-
it was like after work I gotta
She
see
would get off
him.
of work.
He knew what
Where are
time
you?
it was.
She was like, where are you?
Exactly.
Right.
I was hustling back then.
Right.
So my grind ended when she got off of work
That's
every day.
true.
So
Yeah, it was
we were
like, come
inseparable.
home.
Say you
And
make
that's just what it
time,
was.
but you want to
Right.
make time.
Right.
Right.
Now, will you say that now? Because you guys got to hear all the beautiful things that they're doing. They have, first of all, if you look on their Instagrams, we'll let you know at the end their Instagram name, but you'll see all the amazing things that they're doing. And I don't want to downplay anything, but I do want to specifically point out the fact that although they started and they were on top, they did go through their trials and tribulations
Absolutely.
where they had to endure some things, and definitely he held her up and she held him up.
Right.
Now, how did that work out? Because I know that you were in the game for a little bit, and how did that catch up to you?
Well, for me, it's funny because I've been in the streets most of my life. I hustled most of my life. I transitioned into being an entrepreneur because when you start wanting to establish a family, and like I said, I'm a planner. I knew the life I was living wasn't conducive to long-term plans. So I always wanted to invest and get out. And when you try to change your life, there'll always be things to derail you, to make you believe that you can't do it. I bought a cab stand. A couple weeks later, it caught on fire. I bought a restaurant, Hurricane Sandy washed it up. So these things will make you say, you know what, I'm going back to the game.
Right.
But you just got to keep pushing.
Right.
The crazy thing is, I went to jail when I was already out of the game.
Right.
Wow.
And that's just how, but if my karma comes back in that way, I'm good with that. I got it out of the way.
Right.
Wow.
More or less, it was helping a friend.
Yeah.
I paid for somebody's lawyer and basically was brought into their conspiracy for money laundering.
So wait, we're gonna go to a commercial really quick because I want to get a little bit more into that also because people don't get it. So hold on, we'll be right back. Thank you.
Stay connected at urbanmusicreport.com for the hottest music features and videos, fashion reports, sports stories, entertainment news, and technology updates at urbanmusicreport.com. Stay connected.
We are back talking to the Williams.
Yes.
And we were discussing you said conspiracy charge. A lot of people don't understand that, so could you explain?
See, the thing a lot of people don't understand, conspiracy constitutes the knowledge of two or more engaged in a criminal act. So for example, if me and my guys are over here doing something and I come to y'all and say, yo, this is what we got going on, this is what we're dealing with, blah, blah, blah. And y'all don't go to law enforcement and say, these guys over here doing that, y'all could be brought into conspiracy.
Right.
So it's like, I don't want to know. You just got to
So your friend, so when, like in my situation, your friend is on the phone calling you and asking you for advice and telling you what he's going through, you don't want to hear that.
Right.
Because now you're a co-conspirator.
Wow.
Because you have knowledge of what they're involved in.
Right.
So now what they do is, they can know you had nothing to do with it, but they'll leverage conspiracy to get you to cooperate or attempt to get you to cooperate.
Right.
In my case, and if you're not willing to cooperate, then you'll have to do what I did.
Wow.
Time.
You did your time.
Absolutely.
He did his time and got it off his back, came back
Better than ever.
better
That's
than
right.
ever.
That's right.
Still
It
was a blessing.
Yeah.
serial entrepreneur
Yes.
and you know, would you call him humanitarian? I mean,
It's like a philanthropist. He's definitely a philanthropist.
Real quick, an important thing for men and women that do time, use that time to work on yourself.
That's right.
As a responsible adult, we rarely have time to put ourselves first. We may have children and other responsibilities that we put first. That is the time to work on yourself. The only time that's wasted is the time you choose to waste.
Right.
That's right.
Right. And in your relationship, you had that experience and then you also had an experience.
Right, so my experience was actually first. So he had, unfortunately, had the opportunity to have to hold me down first. And I mean, they said, you know, my husband was depressed without me because we were, again, you guys know the love story, inseparable every day. That was the first time to not be with my spouse. But again, I used my time a little differently in there. He did a lot of reading and researching on business plans and things that he wanted to do. I did the writing. So that's when I did 10 Commandments of a Boss Chick and wrote that book in there and just pretty much focused on, you know, trying to elevate the youth and couples and just, you know. everyone going
How
through.
many books you have now?
I have the credit book that just came out now, that's Wine and Wealth. Because we're about giving back to the community. We want to help you with self-help. We want to help you with financial literacy. Anything that can help you build your empire. And then the second book was with my prison sisters from Pink Panther Click, Pink Panther Click book. So we did that as well. So I'm up to book number 3.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And you have is it a cosmetics line?
Yes, Ambitious Beauty Collection. That's with Selfies Cosmetics, my partner. Shout out to Nicole Harding. She's been in the business for a while and she wanted to branch off a little bit. And she said, you know, I think it would be a great opportunity for you to do, you know, a brand. And I said, actually, I said, I need a name. And this is what it's so. And he looked at me, he said, Ambitious Beauty.
Ooh, that's a queen.
And I said, let's Ambitious
queen.
Beauty Collection. And then plant-based cosmetics.
Okay.
And we did pretty good. Shout out to Yandy, she did the photo shoot with me.
I've seen
And
those pictures.
yes, right. So, and it's doing great. We're going to be doing a grand what is it,
Launch.
the launch. We're going to be doing a launch soon.
An official launch.
Official
Make sure
launch.
BARTV
Oh no, you will,
is
yeah,
out.
yeah,
We'll
soon,
be there.
a month.
Ambitiously Beauty, I need all
Yes,
of that.
I got that in the bag too. I left some
got it
cosmetics
in the bag.
We
Yep.
What a
got
gift.
one bag, but we splitting it. I don't know what you thought.
Let them know where to find you guys
Okay.
really quick, and we're gonna wrap up. But make sure you stay tuned because we're going to her launch, and we're gonna be doing everything going
Yes.
forward.
I love
We
it.
stuck.
Okay.
Okay.
Forever, like glue.
Love blood.
Like
That's
glue.
love blood.
Definitely. On Instagram, I'm Sunny Money Queens, and on Facebook fan page is SunShine Smith Williams.
Go ahead. I enjoy
Okay,
hearing you
and
speak.
okay, this is Holiday Williams at H Warbucks, HWARBUCKZ. You can find him on Instagram. He don't do anything else really else.
And
That's
there's
the queen to contact. Contact her.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. And you guys, you queens are doing phenomenally well. Look at you. Yeah, well, sometimes listen, we gotta pat ourselves on the back and let queens know.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So
Thank you.
and
Thank you for being uplifted and encouraging.
Thank
I'm
you.
definitely getting that book. I have a
Thank you
little
so much.
princess that I want to share your gems with. So
Thank you.
we
I
Thank you for the
appreciate that.
platform.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes.
And we will be right back.
BARTV.